Hello, this is Victor for Wednesday, June 21st. Take a look at the midweek market wrap. From what I see here, we're looking at the ticker symbol DIA, which represents the Dow. And as you can see, we've had two lower lows here on this day here. We are now below the 5-day moving average. I also put in the 8-day moving average here in red, so you could see, along with a trend line. So it broke the trend line and it's coming down further. So now we have our shorts here in place. You could see here going short using the SDOW SDOW, which is leveraged 3 times. RSI 5 on the daily here is still room to go down. Now we may hit a target down here I was mentioning at this level, and we're just about there. So we'll see if we can continue to go further down, or will we get a bounce. Now there's one thing I wanted to share, what I saw with everybody, and that is a head and shoulder formation. You don't see it very well on the daily, but if you zoom in on the 1 hour, like so, and bring it up here, you could see the head and shoulder right here. Here's the shoulder, the head, and another shoulder here. So I drew the neckline right here. So if we get a close below this neckline, then this will now have a potential of falling further down, and we could have a measured move by getting the high of this candle down to the neckline in the center, like so, and we will assume wherever it breaks down, we'll assume it's going to break down here at tomorrow, or I should say close below the neckline. See, it almost did here. And if you look at the measured move, you got down to the gap. So let's go back out to the daily. And there's our measured move. So this is going to be something very important to watch. Could this be the pullback? We may get a close below, try to bounce back up. Usually we try to get back up to that neckline or break above it, but then it reverses and falls down. So we'll have to watch this and see what the market tells us. You could also see this on the 2-hour chart. You could see shoulder, head, shoulder. If we get a close below, we got that downward move here. All right, now let's go down to the SPYs on the daily. Again, we have 2 down days. We're below the 5-day moving average, also close below the 8-day moving average, below the trend line. So it's right now the momentum shifting downward. We do have a head and shoulder formation. In this case here, I have it written down on the 2-hour. RSI 5 still has room to run down to the bottom to the 30 reading. So let's go down to the 2-hour and adjust this. And you could see also the shoulder, the head, and another shoulder. And I drew in the neckline, and then the fall on this one here, if we measure from the top of the candle to the bottom of the neckline, and assuming that it closes below tomorrow, so that's where we start to measure the move, going down here. So we've got this move right down there. So let's just see how much. In this case here, we're looking about a 2% move. Maybe to gap fill will be about 2.7. Going over to the Qs, we have this basically the same story. You go down to the 1 hour, it's more obvious. And you can see shoulder, head, another shoulder. Now here, this one could be a little bit tricky. We could say the neckline would be right here, or you could say the neckline is right there. If this is the case, then we already closed below it. Let me zoom in here. Again, this is on the 1 hour. We closed, we try to rally back up, tagged it, now it's going down. Now let's do a measured move here. First, let's get the distance. We'll assume it's roughly about 2.6%. And let's get the candle here from the top of the wick to the neckline. And since it closed right here, we're going to start right there. And let's just zoom out to the daily. And you could see this is our target right in this area here, probably right at the top of this candle here, which is 354 and 33 cents. Okay, so this is using the SQQQ triple leverage, so that would triple the percentage of the down move. Going to IWM, we also have a measured move of the same. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Let's see here. This is using TZA. You have the big shoulder here, the head, another shoulder, your neckline. We did get the breakdown right here, so actually we should do the measured move from right there. And there's our target right there. It's going to be right around in this area. We also got support on the 200, so maybe we'll come down here and tag the 200 based on the 1 hour chart. If you want to see how it looks like in the daily chart, let's pull this up. It'd be right around down here, this 200. All right. Okay, Bitcoin, that one's working out pretty good. Kind of overextended now. It's getting the 91 reading. Usually if you either go down to the 2 hour chart, and you can see the move that it's been having. If you're looking for a close below the red line, which is the 8-day moving average, the white line is the 5-day. So lately the 8 days been a good line, moving average to if we get a close below it, to exit the position. So we're pretty close. Looks like we're flattening it out here. There's one thing here I wanted to, if I remember right, if it's this one. Here we go. Yes, this is the one. Let me put that line. We have right there. There's going to be a lot of resistance up here, a lot of bears. And you can see we almost touched it. Maybe we'll get one more push to the upside here. If that happens, I'm just going to automatically take my profits from there. And since we're overextended from the 200 from here to here, so I'm going to consider going short using BITI. Let's look at silver. We got the breakdown. Got to make sure we were on the daily here, and you could see have the breakdown with pretty big moves. So here's our target right over here, the 200. Going over to gold. Gold's been hanging on. However, it's below this trend line, so it closed and it tried to rally back up. So if the market continues to go down, then either gold will head up or it's going to start falling. If it falls down, it's going to go down to this gap area. If it starts to go up, this is let's draw a trend line here from what we could see. That'll be our target right up here in this zone right there. Looking at oil, still getting that move up based on the close above the 5 here. Not much of a move, but just small here. Let's see if oil could break out and continue to 200, or it's gonna conk out over here. It still has a little bit of room to run up on the RSI 5. Semiconductors, you can see we closed below the 8-day moving average. So the target, the next target here, we also have a gap down here, so I'm gonna put that down here just to keep an eye. Eventually may want to go down there. We also have a minor, seems like a minor gap right there, so let's also just put that down there. There we go. So this will be a support level here, it seems like, because it extends going down this way. So this is a target here using SOXS. And next one is the financials. Financials also below the 5-day moving average, below the 8-day moving average. Target could be down here at this gap fill using FAZ. And then the last one, natural gas. We had to close above here, had a nice rally. We can continue to probably, let's see here, got a buy alert up in this zone as well, but I already purchased, so we had a pretty good move up. This is our target right up here. If the, actually it'll be right over here even better. There's a gap fill right here, so that's a target right here. If it could continue on, it'll go right up on the here. So as long as it could stay above the 8-day moving average, that'll be the trailing stop. All right, that's pretty much it. Until later, keep an eye on the videos and talk to you guys soon. Thanks.